Your good fortune begins right here. Welcome to Online Business Radio. Online Business Radio, where your good fortune begins. Hey, on the line with us right now, we have Ephraim Volkoff from Australia. Ephraim, what's happening out there?
Well, Steve, it's a really nice day. We've got some good weather today. We're kind of in change of seasons, and being that we're an island, we can have rain and cold one day and 100-degree temperatures the next. So fortunately, today's a good day. So I'm happy.
You know, it's really funny. I'm sitting here in downtown San Diego. You're over there in Australia. Mm-hmm. What are we talking about? How did you and I get connected here? Let's tell our listeners what's going on.
Well, let's see. I think our common contact point is Jason Switzer, and through Doobly, I met Jason. It's kind of been a whirlwind since then. It's a non-stop, exciting ride so far, and it's some really good stuff.
Hey, give me a little background on yourself. What's your business experience look like?
I've kind of been all over the place. I hate to admit this, but I worked for the IRS when I was still in the States. And
we'll use that against you.
I got away from that as quickly as possible. And once I moved to Australia, I hooked up with a multinational automotive component manufacturer. I'm an accountant by trade, and I'm now the finance director for our local operation. So we supply brake lines and fuel lines to the automotive industry. And if you watch the news at all, you'd realize the automotive industry is not the best place to be right now.
No.
Which wasn't really that wasn't really the motivation, because as an accountant I can transfer pretty easily, but
sure.
I'm tired of working the 60 to 80-hour weeks. You know, you make six figures for the year, but you're actually making $20 an hour if you're lucky.
That's right.
All the time that goes in.
And I also think that in any position like that, you start over at the beginning of every month and just hope that you've got a job from that friendly employer, right?
That is exactly right. That's exactly it. Time to make my own fortune and my own destiny now.
All right, so
taking control of the reins.
And I thought it was hilarious that you and I were both on Twitter the other night, and I noticed you and you noticed me, and we hadn't even talked before.
Yeah, now that's the great thing about Twitter and the social networking, is you can hook up with people that maybe you've never met before, but at least have a common interest and a common goal.
Now, how did you find out about Doobly? Was it online? Was it through one of the social sites?
Actually, it was through the social site. It was through Jason. He friended me, and I had to look at his bio, which had a Doobly link in there. Went to the site, was really impressed with the site. I've been looking for an alternative to eBay for a long time. We have an eBay shop, and eBay, I'm not sure about in the States, but in Australia, eBay's been very unfriendly to their shopkeepers, and we're looking for something else. So I came across this, and it was just the perfect opportunity at the perfect time.
Tell me a little bit about the approach. I mean, the whole social marketing aspect of this is just fascinating, and we're finding that a lot of the people that are joining our team are simply getting connected through MySpace, Facebook, Perfect Networker, or any one of the social media sites. What was your experience? How did you guys actually connect? What was the group or organization that you had in common that brought you together?
Well, it was just straight on Twitter. You, like I said, had to look at the site, but then once we started talking, we realized that we had some fairly common interests with the social networking. And I've been, even before finding out about Doobly, I'd been spending a bit of time kind of establishing a presence on Twitter, on Facebook, on some of the other sites.
Sure.
And it's been really good, because there's a lot of people out there that are looking for something to do, and there's a lot of garbage out there that is trying to push itself on people. So
right.
It's good to have Doobly kind of as a shining light through all the haze.
So, Ephraim, how big is Facebook and the other social sites in Australia, down under?
Well, it's huge. Because we're fairly isolated, we've been really, really big on the uptake of all the social networking and all of those, anything internet related. You'll find quite a few Aussies on there. And that's because, one, our market is kind of small. So by accessing the internet, we have 6 billion people as opposed to the 20 million that we have in the country.
Sure.
It's been, it's massive.
Why would you want to start a business of your own at a time like this when the economy is kind of topsy-turvy around the world?
I believe, with my business experience, this is the perfect time. The time when things are changing, when the world's in flux. This is the perfect opportunity to go and try and do something else. And especially something else that you're in control of. It's your business, it's your opportunities, it's whatever you make it. You're not working for somebody else right now wondering, like you said, am I going to have a job tomorrow?
Right.
You know, is all of a sudden the stock of my company going to collapse like some of the others, and I'll get to work and there won't be anything there.
Besides, those people from the IRS can take most of your money anyway, so what does it matter?
Yeah, we won't talk about them anymore.
No. We love the IRS. They're good people.
That's right. They are. They're all really nice people. And I'm sure they'd love Doobly as well. We probably could get a few of them over.
Yeah, we're going to call them next and see how that goes. Hey, listen, so from the time you heard about Doobly to the time you actually signed up and said, hey, this is a great opportunity, how long did that take you, and what was your decision-making process like?
I'm a fairly quick decider, and I think I came across Jason one night, and I was signed up probably by day number 2. Did a bit of research on Doobly, did a bit of checking, looked at the internet sites, saw the chatter, most of it positive. The only negative stuff I'm pretty sure was by eBay plants, because I couldn't find anything that really went against what Doobly was doing.
Yeah.
And seeing how they'd rolled out in Europe, really at a small level, really just in Germany and parts of Europe, and knowing that once it got to the States, it was just, the opportunities would be endless.
Yeah.
I jumped on it. To be involved in something right at the beginning, I think is one of the most exciting things.
Now, Ephraim, you are a number cruncher by nature, by career, and I'm sure you've picked apart the compensation aspects of this. So without getting specific, what do you see the financial opportunity like with the Doobly Network?
It's huge. There are really 3 sources of income. If you look at it that way, you've got your sign-up, you've got the money that comes in from the credits, or the people that have bought credits off of your member number, and you've got the partner program, which you could, while it could benefit charities and church groups, it definitely could help an individual as well, as just another passive flow. And then really there's a 4th element that's not being talked about much at all, but that's the shops. When those open up, that'll be another opportunity. And we, right now, our team is seeing that as a huge opportunity for the eBay sellers out there. And we're talking to quite a few of those about opportunities that will be coming up for them to shift over and away from eBay.
And you know what? A lot of us talk about eBay as an interesting comparison, but really it's an apple and an orange if you really look at it. They're very different. Right. eBay is not going to go away. They're good at what they do, and that's it. But we've just got something very different with Doobly. Give me your point of view on what are the major benefits of working with Doobly versus an eBay or anybody else.
Well, and it's like you said, competition is really great because it forces you to get better at what you do, and you can see that Doobly's really spent the time and really looked at what they need to do to make a go of it. And with the reverse auction and the zero price programs and those different opportunities, it just makes it something a bit more unique. So if you want to go to a standard auction, eBay will be there, the other ones will be there. But if you want to try something different, or if you want that global shopping portal where you could possibly be buying products from anywhere from a reliable source, that's where Doobly comes in. And I think, the competition will just make it stand out that much more because it just runs so well and it looks so good, and you just have a good time on the site.
Yeah. Any words of advice for any potential business associate who may be sitting on the fence, can't decide, maybe I want to wait until things are really running smooth or until Doobly's big ad campaign comes out? What about those procrastinators? What do you say to them?
All I can say is now is the time to act. If you wait, you're kind of going to be wishing that you had acted months ago. And the opportunities are always greater at the beginning. And if it's something that you seem to be interested in, then you should act. There's no reason to wait. And that's with anything in life.
What are your friends around Australia saying about Doobly?
They're really excited. One, again, it's another shopping opportunity for us, and we don't have access, we don't have all the huge shopping malls and the type of things that you have over in the States. And two, the fact that I think in 2009, Doobly's planning to roll out at the Pacific Rim, and that's going to be another opportunity for us. So for a lot of people here, it's finding out about something basically in the pre-launch stage. And people are really excited about that. It really generated a lot of interest down here.
Have you got any fun Aussie sayings you could throw out to us Americans out here to really make us think?
All I can say is right now, with everything that's going on, we're flat out like a lizard drinking. And at the end of the day, we're going to get our downline set up, and we're going to get everybody going, and Bob's your uncle.
And Bob's your uncle. I'm not sure I even want to know what that means.
Like I said, there's a few online slang dictionaries. People can go look it up.
Yeah, there we go. We'll go look those up. All right. You know what, Ephraim? It's been a pleasure chatting with you. Let's get out there and make some money, and you have a Doobly day.
Thanks, Steve. You do the same. We'll talk to you later.